Tell me what you know about the hood life.
I just think I'll let you Baltimore niggas know. I got one thing that we fell for. We're gonna roll on you now when you get it. That ain't they dance. What's they dance? Do what you hit some shit. Let me see your legs. Let me see your Baltimore. Let me see your legs. All in front of the arena at 12 o'clock. I see you niggas. Let me see your legs. Ain't no woman in sight. Let me see your legs, 32 niggas. I'll tell y'all people, it's not gonna be more from the west side though. I know that's why I said that. I knew you low-key claim the east side.
Now listen y'all, we gonna get right. You know, it's a lot of young cats in the game, and the approach of music is different. What was your approach coming? Now this before I discovered you. Now I'm gonna give y'all the story, right? Me and him cousins, but we ain't see each other since we was young. You know what I'm saying? So one day I run into him. This when I was the hottest rapper in Philly. You know what I mean? I gotta put that out there, as they would say these days. So I run into him in this Jamaican spot. He get the battle. I must have gave you like 1,000 bars that day, right? I turned out, no, straight up. I turned out to be the better rapper. So we
It's his story, I'm gonna let him tell it.
No. So whatever the case, I'm like, damn, he hot. He didn't even understand how good he was because he was like the top basketball player in the city back then. So he like, man, I'm like, no, you hot. So I get with him the next day, bring him to the crib. He come to the crib, my big bro, rest in peace, like, that's family, that's no cuz. Then we knew his family, so now we go to the studio. He didn't want to take it serious because he like, man, this shit ain't, and I'm giving him, I'm like, no, we can do it. Take him to the studio, my man Peanut, we started doing music, then we came over Major Figures. As we doing that, the same way, sort of like now we do the same thing. I was the one worried about the logo, worried about the brand, worried about the marketing, and we'd go in the studio and do songs and all that stuff. Next thing you know, I wanted to get pop. We got locked up and snitched on me. Yeah, that's my story. I wanted to do it in Dub, whatever. And then he wanted to go, I was writing raps from jail, sending him raps, stuff like that. But no, cuz, what is it that you gotta have in the music to be special, to even be noticeable? Because you don't have to blow up to make a bunch of money and survive off of music. You survived off of music the whole time I was down. What is it that an artist gotta do, gotta have, and what they gotta represent?
Number one, you gotta have hustle. You know. See, for me, it ain't never been about no magic tricks or no. It's just been about hustling, putting work in. And I always feel like God feel like you put enough work in, that's when your blessings gonna come. So for me, it was never no secret to this shit. It's just, I'm gonna put the work in. Even when it get the most darkest moments, I'm gonna put the work in. And I'm gonna have faith. That's what believing in God is, having faith that, okay, I'm gonna put this work in and something positive gonna come out of this shit. Because I could have chose to get another 150 pounds of weed and be doing this shit. But I said, you know what? I damn near jeopardized my whole family life doing this shit. The money is great, the cars is great, all the shit that come with it is great, but I damn near lost my whole family behind this shit. So now I'm gonna do something positive, and I'm just gonna have faith that if I keep doing this shit, I keep putting the work in, something's gonna happen. See, a lot of times motherfuckers putting work in, they think they putting work in, but you ain't really working hard. See, one thing about me, he know, I don't do no playing around. I work, I get my content, and I smoke weed. That's all I do. Yeah. And Blaze too, yeah. That's all I do. But all you did, he was laying on the ground with the ketchup on his head, and our family members was calling me, talking that they went crazy in jail. They didn't understand it. Some of the motherfuckers keep paying their bills right now. So, it's about put work. You put work in, I'm gonna get up every day, I'm gonna work, and some type of door will open. He didn't know the door was gonna open.
You know, when I came home from the joint, he was like, just do your thing, cause I was one of the dudes, he know me, we together as a team, but we still got our independent ways, but he was like, go do your thing, cuz, just keep doing your thing, just keep going. And then one day we said, man, we gotta turn it up. And he gave me some game, he said, always give them you. He said, man, you've been a crazy motherfucker your whole life, bro. Just give them you. And I think a lot of times on social, people don't give them, they give them who they think people want them to be. Right. And they miss their mark on social. Like you see us coming down your timeline all day, whether us or somebody else posted, because we people that's from around the way that every neighborhood can relate to. We don't lead with things because we ain't got to do that. We just knew that when we got up every day, it was going to go. And this podcast thing, there's no BS. There's no BS. I was on the water. I was on the waterfront in Baltimore. I'll never forget it. It was April 2019. I'm on the waterfront, started here. I called him, I said, get up, nigga. I said, listen, I'm gonna send you this article. He read the article. It said, I said, call me back later once you read it. He went to sleep. He go to sleep. I'm in, what's the joint they closed? This is my spot in Baltimore. The breakfast joint. Z&A, what was it, AZ? What was it called? I used to eat in there every morning. That was my spot. You understand me? So I'm in there, my phone rang. He said, because I sent him a joint that said, Spotify allocate $400 million to podcasts in the first quarter. He called me, he said, nigga, they gave away all that money. Break, we in this shit. So I'm sitting in the joint, I'm like, all right, bet. I write my notes down. I called, I got my man to do a logo, Man I Was With the Game logo. I had our attorney, I'm in the trademark attorney. I got the LLC done, and like in a day, all that shit was done right there in that fucking joint. I got most of that shit done in a day, so we just started shooting. We didn't know what we was doing. So that's the thing. I think we live in this world where everybody is telling you all this shit on social media that you forget your own fucking rollout. You will say, oh no, he said this, he said, most of these people be capping. They ain't even making no fucking money. They just making shit up. We didn't know shit about this. Gil said, oh, we don't need to know, cuz we just gonna get busy. We got busy, we dropped. I was in Arizona.
Cause I was busy.
Listen, I was in Salt Lake City that day. We dropped. He didn't even know how to look at it, because you know he old retarded nigga. You know what I mean? Eyes went out on it. That's why he's so big. You know what I mean? So, Reggie.
Your eyes go out on you. That don't matter long as my piece don't go out on you.
Yeah. Two can disrespect me, so I know you ain't in the position of. So what happened?
That's when you're in trouble, man.
You know what I mean? So what happened is, I'm in Utah, Salt Lake City. We dropped the podcast at 12 o'clock that day, the first one. So I'm looking at the Apple charts. Apple got a podcast division charts. So I'm looking at the Apple charts. That's when we was like in comedy, you know. So we dropped it. I'm like, shit, gotta be wrong. I called him, I said, yo, get this app, man. Look at this shit so I can make sure I ain't tripping. We was, in like 6 hours, we was number 2 in the world on Apple. And we was like we was number 4 in the world and number 2 in comedy under Joe Rogan on Apple in like 7 hours. We said, oh, it's game time. First thing you gonna do? I'm gonna just sit on the couch and I'm gonna be like Gillie Wallo. He's gonna be having another ass nigga and a thorough dude. You know what I mean? You know how that shit is. Smoke that good, you don't smoke that good Reggie. And